Welcome back to another episode. I'm Dr. Joe Ruskowski. I'm the physical therapist here at Identity Physical Therapy. If you liked our last video about back pain, please comment, please like, please share to anyone else in back pain. Today what we're going to talk about is the most common form of exercise, right? Just a simple going for a nice walk, maybe by yourself listening to music or watching this video, maybe going on a walk with friends, family. Harmless, right? Potentially today we're going to think again and rethink what going for walks does to our body and how potentially it can play a role in why our back pain is not going away and actually continuing to get worse even though we keep moving. If you watched our last video on back pain, then you know that your back pain isn't coming from core weakness, glute weakness, or just overall instability or poor balance. What it's coming from is a certain rotation happening in your pelvis, which is causing a limitation in your hips and causing that chain reaction. That's why here at IDPT we use specialized individualized assessments to find out where that exact limitation and rotation is happening in your body. And then we use our realignment method to recenter you to make sure that all the forces coming back up and down through the ground are happening evenly without torquing up your body.
So since I'm not working out right now, can I just go on long walks?
That's probably the most common question that I get when I'm rehabbing new back pain patients. And people hate me in the beginning when I say, no, you can't go on a walk for this week. And the reason for that is because we have this twist and turn in our body. Everyone does to some capacity. And so I say, let me help you get centered first, and then we can go back to getting into those long walks again. So what I'm gonna have you guys do is watch me go for a walk. And what I want you to pay attention to is, do you see any type of limitation or difference side to side in the way my upper body is rotating? Any difference in how my hips look? Are they unlevel or am I leaning to one side? Any turns through my knee, my ankles, my feet? The reason this matters is because I want you to pretend that there's a straight line coming down from gravity. When I put force down into the ground, let's say I put 50 pounds of force through the ground, 50 pounds of force comes straight back up through my body. That's why if you have any twists or turns or compensations in the body, what that's gonna do when the force comes back up through the ground is gonna torque up my back, and you're gonna feel all that right through that back. That's why we spend so much time on our realignment method, because what we do is as we recenter you and straighten you out, now when that force goes through the ground and back up through our body, we get an even distribution of force and we don't have that aching back pain. This next compensation I'm going to demonstrate is by far the most common that we see here at IDPT. And the reason for that is because humans are right motor dominant, meaning they're right side dominant. Yes, that includes lefties too. I'm a lefty and I'm still right motor dominant. And so what that causes is a right rotation and the right side getting pulled down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate that so you can see what it looks like when someone is walking with a compensation. The most common thing my back pain patients ask me is, now that I'm not working out this week, can I just go on long walks? And no one likes the answer, but my answer initially is no, not yet. Give us about a week to help you start getting recentered, because if we go on a long walk, let's say we go for a 3-mile walk, and the whole time we have this twist, turn, or compensation through our body, you can see that we're literally cranking on our back over and over and over again. So the purpose of this video was not necessarily for you to diagnose yourself or be able to see your compensation, but it's for you to understand what we're talking about with our realignment method and to understand where back pain comes from. It comes from turns in our body and then force coming back up through the ground and continuously torquing our back. It has nothing to do with core weakness or glute instability. Once we understand that concept, we're closer than ever to being on our path to getting out of back pain. I hope that this was valuable. Share this to someone who has knee braces on and a back brace and all these different contraptions for them just to go on walks, and tell them there's a solution and there's a way to get better without having to band-aid every aching body part that you have.